Remember that video about Billy Oil Changer I made? Well, turns out I found out the name from one of the comments in the video.
Flashback.
The legalist guy, I don't know his name. If I make a video on him, I'll look up his name. We got my boy, my man, Claude Scruggs. By far one of, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite cars racers, not because of the scene itself, but just because I think, like, whenever Cars was, like, at its height and all that, like the first movie at least, I seen this guy on, like, so much merch and, like, just, like, in general, he just seemed like one of the most, like, memorable racers of the Piston Cup, if that makes sense. And being on you, I think the scene is funny whenever he looks at Billy and they do the thing. I think that is a great scene. But I think in general, he just kind of represents, like, the Piston Cup race car, you know? It's not, like, one to where I'm like, who are you? Or, like, what's this? Or not even the scene itself. I just think he has, like, a very good design. I love, like, the boxy, like, cars. I don't know what the term is, but it's, like, the one that Chick Hicks is and, like, all that stuff. But I don't know. It's just something about him I just like, being the fact that he's just, like, to me, just, like, your generic Piston Cup car. And not generic in a bad way. Generic in the sense that, I mean, like, he feels, like, comfortable. You know what I mean? To where, like, when I'm watching Cars and I'm seeing, like, the Piston Cup race, I feel comfortable knowing that I'm going to see him, and it makes me happy just seeing him, like, in the race with Lightning. Because, like I said, with the other ones, I don't know who some of these are. I probably didn't know his name specifically, Claude Scruggs. But, I don't know, it's just something that feels very inviting about him. I just don't know how to describe it. I will say something, though, about the sponsorship. Like I said, he's part of Legaless. Turns out it's dripping pans for cars, like for old people. So it's worse than Lightning McQueen, how he has to do it for, like, rusty old cars.
Man, no more rusty old cars.
What's wrong with rusty old cars?
Well, I don't mean you, Mater. I mean other old cars. You know, not like you. I like you.
This man is literally like just drip pan beds. Like, I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. Overall, I think he's a really fine car. I love the scene when he gets hit. And yeah, no, that's really about it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And Claude Scruggs, he's a really cool car. All right, see ya.